Welcome back to episode 26 of the Council of the North. Tonight I have with me Santa.
Ho, ho, ho! Greetings, everybody!
And I, myself, and Will. And then Zach is here with us tonight. Oh, actually, never mind.
Zach's on the naughty list. He couldn't make it. I have
Actually,
him locked up in my workshop.
we should say with Zach, he wasn't able to make it tonight. He is going through some stuff. So thoughts are with him tonight. He's suffering from a bit of commitment issues-itis. It is something that affects Andrew and us daily. Trying to deal with it. I'm sure it affects his girlfriend. No, tonight it's just Andrew and I. We're going to chat about some Christmas gifts to models that we might want to see. Stuff that we think is a little unloved or could just use a little help in hand. We're going to go through some models each. We'll go through a couple army lists, little buffs that we think could help them for Christmas, and we'll get into that in a little bit for our shame section. Because we're supposed to be painting and posting to Instagram, we're actually going to say Merry Christmas. We're going to skip it. Me and my family have been sick all week.
From all of us. To us.
To ourselves. Zach's busy. He's traveling down to see some family. Andrew was just lazy and didn't want to get a shame point, so he let all of us not get a shame point. So
I let you guys off the hook.
Barely. But Andrew, you said you wanted to take up the quiz question.
Who's Andrew? Santa Claus is here.
Oh, God. Santa.
Andrew gave Santa the quiz question from last week. And the quiz question was, children, who was known as the Lord of the Glittering Caves? And I mean, Andrew only asked you one question because you all have commitment issues about leaving comments.
Oh, God.
And he gave you, he yelled at you. So maybe he's on the naughty list for that, actually. But anyway, this week there seems to be lots of answers and people getting it right. This includes, but is hopefully also limited to, but maybe not, Mike Underhill, Preston, Cherry Jerry 77, John Y, Mike F from Edmonton, Sawyer. You're all on the nice list for Christmas for answering the quiz question. Okay. Next, the quiz, for Are You Smart, Are You Zach? The next question is a gift-themed question because it's Christmas coming up. The question is, hobbits are known to give gifts. What is the name for this individual, and when do they give out these gifts? That is the question for next week's, and maybe the week after's Are You Smart, Are You Zach?
Say it one more time.
Hobbits are known to give gifts. What is the name for this individual, and when do they do it? It's in Fellowship of the Ring, or maybe The Hobbit, I can't remember.
Thanks, Santa. Thanks for sticking around.
Anytime.
Do you want to tell us about Andrew's event, Santa, that's coming up?
Oh, Andrew has an event coming up, children. On January 24th, you can go to Hamilton's Never Board Game Lounge to participate in an 80-point league event. But it will be worth 100 league crafting points because it is the first OSBGL premier hobby event. What this means is that your score will be influenced by TPs for best painted and best display board and best conversion and a whole host of other hobby-related things. The league has decided this would indicate that you can get 100 crafting points for these events to encourage hobbyists to come out and not have to deal with competitive players. So come out. It is an escalation event. That means you'll play 2 games at 50 points, 2 games at 150 points, and 3 games at 2 games even at 300 points. That's 6 games. And you can have a jolly beverage or some snacks from the bar and kitchen in the board game lounge. It's going to be great. Get your ticket now. Scattered on the Mountain, it's called. And Will,
Nice.
you have an event on January 10th. Would you like to tell the children about that?
Yeah. I hope Santa doesn't stick around the whole episode, to be honest.
I got to give out the gifts, Will.
Yeah, I got the tournament January 10th, 100-point tournament, 500-point armies. We're at 28 people, so if you're in the area, come on out. It'll be good fun. Got a couple swords to give away. It's gonna be awesome. So come on out. All right. Are we ready to get into some gift giving?
Santa's ready to give out gifts early to
God.
MESBG Miniatures.
All right, then you go first. What's your first one?
Well, should we discuss the format of how we're giving out gifts? I told the crew at the Council of the North to pick one list and 3 models at least to give a gift to. Something not an overhaul, but a small gift, a token of underappreciation. Andrew chose the list Cirith Ungol because it's kind of a little bit garbage. And he gave the gift called Competitive Spirit, or perhaps Nature, he's not sure. Uruk-hai models may benefit from the heroic march called by an orc drummer. That is the buff that Andrew would like to give to Cirith Ungol.
It's a good buff.
He thinks that it is not overpowered, but it is a small power boost without changing the list too much. It kind of ties in with animosity because the orcs and Uruk-hai are competing. And when the orcs hear the drum, they march, and the Uruk-hai, not to be outdone, also benefit from the march, so they're not left behind like losers, making the orc drummer pretty much worthless in this list.
Yeah, it gives a place for the drummer, right? You're able to actually, and it helps the army list too, because there's no bows or anything. Like you're always running across the board at whoever's there. So
There are orc trackers, but no, there is not really a lot of shooting or shooting mitigation. So closing the distance, which you would think for a patrol type list, would make sense. Which so did GW because they included a drummer. But the drummer doesn't affect the models that do things in the list for some reason.
is there a limit? There's no limit saying you have to bring 50% Uruks and 50% Orcs, right? It's just only Shagrat can lead Uruk-hai and
that's
Gorbag
correct.
and people can only lead Orcs.
That's correct. Shagrat and Uruk-hai captains can lead Uruk-hai, and you can bring just Shagrat and the rest Orcs. But I wouldn't suggest running it that way. You want the Mortal Uruk-hai. You also lose out on animosity.
That's a nice little fist. That's a nice little fix.
A fist?
Yeah, let's just move on.
That is a nice buff for that list that isn't too powerful, but is a nice little bonus. I don't think anyone would disagree with that.
No.
They are evil after all.
I have an evil army that I would like to give a little gift to.
Let's hear it, Will.
This might be a little more than a little gift though. But this army list I think needs it. So Army of Gothmog is trash.
They're on the naughty list.
You can only take Morannon Orcs and Mordor Trolls. But I want to give them every orc option.
Every orc.
Because if you think about all the bows that they had there shooting Rohan, but we don't have any bows in the list. So let's get orc trackers in there. Let's get Mordor Orc Warriors, because all of a sudden the list will actually be able to like function when you have a 5.5.
Wait, can you not take bows on that list?
No.
What? But
it's
they're
only
in the movie.
It's only Morannon Orcs and Mordor Troll. That's the only option.
Okay, Santa didn't know that. That's really messed up.
Santa can go anytime. I can't. I'm not digging the voice.
Oh, when it's too hot, maybe he'll leave.
But so Mordor Orcs, Mordor Orc trackers, and then even just toss in the Mordor Orc drummer, just so that they can actually get across the board, because they don't, like, right now the army just sucks.
They have a troll drummer, though, don't they?
That's a good question. Actually, maybe they do.
They better, because that's also in the movie.
And troll drummer affects all, like, not just orcs too, which is
Affects all races, I believe.
good show.
But I think an orc drummer is not far-fetched to put in a professional standing army list.
Yeah, it's sad. It's sad. I own a whole army of Gothmog, and this whole first year of the edition, I've never wanted to take them. I've never wanted to take them out. But
No, it's not great. Even in a good versus evil tournament, it's not. The buffs all shouldn't be tied to hating men.
I tried to think of like a new buff for the army, but like I don't know. It's pretty specific. They get reroll ones when you have a trap model and stuff. I mean, Gothmog's one of his rules is the hatred man, but the other one is just a straight reroll any failed wounds. It doesn't actually, like, the race doesn't actually matter, and that one goes board wide, I believe.
That's pretty good.
In the list. Like, there would be some play. They just need to not have 9-point warriors. If we could have like some mortar orcs or some trackers or even some, I don't know, Morgul stalkers or something. I don't know. Just a bit of variety in the troops.
Morgul stalkers live in Morgul, don't they?
Yeah, they marched out of Minas Morgul to the Battle of Pelennor.
I guess they did. Yeah. Okay. It's me, guys. I was lying to you. Okay, Army of Gothmog. That is a list. Sorry, my face is so itchy now.
Yeah, that's good content.
That is great content, guys. Army of Gothmog is really cool, except that it's just not that good.
Yeah,
it really suffers, and it needs. They debuffed Gothmog, and everyone's kind of mad about that. Will, I know you're in that camp. They made him worse, sort of. They took away an attack or something. He needs to be a force multiplier, not like a beat stick, and he doesn't force multiply enough. Like he should be like making orcs auto pass courage and stuff like that. Like the
if he had a special rule like a built-in fury or something like that, like a 6-inch fury bubble on himself, like all of a sudden he becomes playable. But right now, for 120 points, you're getting a fight 5 2-attack character that's master of battle, is now a 2+ instead of all the time. It just, I don't know. He's not good enough to carry a list of just Moran and orcs.
No, he's not. They need regular orcs. It's crazy that they don't have the orcs shooting bows that were in the movie.
It's wild.
It's just,
I guess in the movie, those are Moran, because they're armors. So is that Moran and orcs with bows? Is that what we're missing?
I guess so, but
But like, yeah, I don't know. It is what it is. But that would be my army list that I'd like to see something do. Do you want to do a couple more army lists before we get into models?
Santa's only buffed one army list, so please go ahead.
All right, I got one. I got Lindon. Which is currently, it's Gil-galad with, there's a bunch of other people you could take, but
Glorfindel
his only
Celeborn?
Glorfindel, Círdan, Elrond, Erestor, I think are all the named ones. But his only buffs for his army is within 6 inches of Gil-galad, you get resistant to magic. And within 3 inches of a friendly hero, friendly warrior models can reroll to hit rolls when they're shooting, provided they didn't move in the preceding move phase. And it's like this really oddly specific thing to try to help their shooting, but it doesn't affect it all the time, right? Like, it is what it is.
It sounds pretty good to me.
Yeah, but like not every scenario you're going to be standing there shooting, because you got to go up and get the objectives or whatever, right? And then resistance to magic isn't going to come into play all the time, because how often are you facing magic? Not all the time. So I want to give a buff to the list and say any terror-causing elf hero now comes with Harbinger, a 12-inch Harbinger. So 12-inch -1 courage bubble.
That is a really
Which-
strong buff, Will.
I think it would be really cool.
You wouldn't be able to name it Harbinger if you call it something else, but
Yeah, you have to call it something else. But I think that includes Gilgalad, Elrond, Glorfindel, and Círdan. I think all have the cause terror as... I forget what they... Maybe not Círdan. Trying to remember now. Oh yeah, he does cause terror. So those 4, if you bring any of them, they'd bring a -1 courage bubble. And then they don't get charged as often, maybe. It's kind of a cool thing for the list.
I do kind of like that, actually. Maybe not exactly, but I like where you're going with it.
Yeah, just something.
Maybe
Something
it's
else
a
that would
6-inch.
kind of affect every game. You know what I mean? So they always have an army bonus that's helping them. All right, I got one more army.
Santa can't wait to hear it.
I got army. We don't talk about Hobbit era stuff
No,
enough, and I don't even think I own a Hobbit era army. But I have a neighbor that owns this one, and I agree with him that it needs to get fixed. But Army of Thror.
oh,
And the only thing I want to change is throwing weapons 50%. Just because so you can bring 50% Grimhammers.
Rohan would like that change too.
Rohan doesn't need the help. I think Army of Thror, it needs the help.
You could also just have it that Grimhammers don't count towards the throwing weapon limit or something like that.
Then you could bring 100% throwing weapon.
But then you're bringing 100% Grimhammers.
Yeah, which are quite good.
Are they? That used to be garbage.
Well, strength 4, 2-handed. Or maybe they're only strength 4 if you give them the upgrade with Thror. Or they go 2-handed. They have throwing weapons. They're quite good. You'd want to bring at least half your army with them if you're playing that army. Defense 7, like,
Suppose.
they're good.
They're no Khazad Guard, but they're close.
No, nothing's a Khazad Guard, though. But yeah, that's the army list I could think of that deserve a small little gift this holiday season.
There's lots of lists that could use gifts, but we didn't go through all of them. Some of them are just not. Some of them are just for fun, but they're not all competitive at every level.
Yeah, some could use a lot more help than others, but
Those are the ones that stood out to us, I guess. And Zach sent us a message, and he didn't. He sent his letter up to the North Pole to tell me what gift he wanted me to give, and his gift was so insane that even he rescinded the gift. For those of you who want, and he said not to say it, but I'm going to say it anyway, just to show you how unhinged the man who came up with flaming arrows is. For those of you who don't remember what flaming arrows do from our missing Army of Edoras list episode, flaming arrows, when you shoot them, just shoot them at an opponent, regardless of if you hit, that model needs to pass a courage check or they flee. That is the rule this man came up with.
I think pass courage check or the horse flees and they dismount.
Even so,
It's still bonkers.
that is bonkers. So this man is not great at, never let this man design a game. This guy, Zach F., wanted to give Éomer, in Grief of Éomer, +1 to wound when he charges.
Is it? I thought he was talking about the whole list, like the Rider of Rohan get +1 as well.
That's insane.
Yeah, he's
That would be an amazing
list.
list, and I'd play it immediately. You would win a lot. But Santa decided not to give that gift out because it's a little too good. It's a little too crazy.
Yeah, he's nuts.
Should we move on to what models we gave gifts to?
Yeah, I think we each chose 3 models that could use a small little helping hand.
Santa would like to start with a surprising one you might not expect.
Go for it.
Santa was looking through his lists on who was naughty and who was nice, and he found that this model, specifically not the model, but this model kitted in this particular way is probably, aside from some of the super rare stuff, one of the least used models. I'm sure everyone has some unpainted on sprue or on a base somewhere, and it is a model that has a bow.
Oh
It
my,
is the Warrior of Minas Tirith with a bow. No one uses those because they're insanely overcosted and terrible and not worth taking ever, because you would take a Ranger or a Citadel Guard. So I suggested that either the Warrior, or maybe it comes on a list or with a hero, I'm not sure, but I think that's the Warrior, can reroll once to hit when benefiting from heroic accuracy. Just something, a little something to maybe make you consider bringing them.
I'd never take them still.
No, me neither, but it's something. I wanted to give them something because they're just so underused. They must be the least used model, aside from people not having, like, the most accessible model that is underused. It's got to be.
Yeah, I don't see a reason to ever take them really over a Ranger of Gondor.
No. Santa doesn't think so
I guess
either.
there's some lists that don't have Rangers, like the Minas Tirith list. I don't think has Rangers.
Those
But
ones
then you're
usually
just
have
taking
Citadel
Citadel
Guard.
Guard. Yeah, no, never mind.
So it's just a little something to maybe you would consider it if you get a hero with accuracy, you can maybe take some.
Yeah, I get that.
It's not good or competitive, but it's just a little something.
Fair enough. I can dig it. I can dig it. Well, I'll go into my first one.
Go ahead.
Mine's a very obvious one because I've been talking about it the past couple weeks, but just take a Corsair Warrior model and just drop it by a point. I think that's fair.
Santa Claus agrees wholeheartedly.
Thanks, Santa.
No problem. They need to drop a point urgently, or else we'll never see them.
Yeah, there's not. Well, we will see them because we still got to play them, but I don't think, and I don't even, like, dropping a point isn't even going to be that groundbreaking. Like if you bring 40 of them at 750 or whatever, like you're gaining 40 points. Well, that's 5 more bodies, I guess.
It's a good buff, but it's not uncalled for. They're probably about 0.9 of a point overcosted. So dropping them by 1, I think everyone would be okay with that.
Yeah. That's my obvious one. I got some good ones coming up, but you want to hit us with your second one, Andrew?
Let's do this one, Will. I think we both gave a gift to this hero, and I think people will really enjoy the gift we're going to give him. This is a model we have already talked about. He is a king of elves, even. And his one of the only Fight 9 models in the game. It is Gil-galad, and our gift is to give him back his shield. For 5 points.
Or anything. Just make him playable again.
He should really be as playable as Elendil is, who gets free hero combats, Strength 5 Burly, well, Strength 5 Master Forged rather, but he is Burly, so Númenórean King. He has General, I'm talking about Elendil, who also has General Hunter. Both models are 3/3/1 for heroic stats. And Elendil is Fight 8, but up a strength. And Elendil just has so much more play than Gil-galad.
Gil-galad just doesn't get anywhere. He doesn't have the free hero combat to keep moving around, so he's just a 3-attack guy that just gets stuck in a battle line or stuck somewhere. And then he can't even chew through other heroes in a turn. You know what I mean? He has to, with 3 attacks plus 1 to wound, you're going to do a couple wounds, but you're not going to be able to just alpha strike stuff off the...
Does he have Lord of the West?
Yes, he does.
Okay, so he's kind of a duelist.
Yeah, I just don't think he's not going to do enough. He doesn't get the, like with Elendil, at least you can hurl combat, get extra 6 inches of movement. Like he's never going to get that extra movement. He's never going to really push himself around the board, you know what I mean? He's easy to avoid.
He could really use something.
I don't even know. I don't even know what it is.
Allows you to take elves that are fight 6, right?
Yeah, you can upgrade the Rivendell elves for 1 point to get them to Kingsguard, fight 6, which is cool.
That is cool, but
and in his list, like in Lindon, he is resistant to magic and makes everyone within 6 resistant. And so, I mean, it would just be cool if he was a little better. You look at the Glorfindels or the Elrons or the Elendils or the Isildurs, and it's like, man, they all have these 6 special rules and stuff, and all he gets is a +1 to wound. Lord of the West, which is a really good rule. And then he has a 12-inch standfast, which can affect other elf heroes, but other elf heroes don't really care about courage, right?
not really.
So yeah, I agree. It'd be cool to see Gil-galad get something.
Blood and Glory, perhaps? Or the thing where you do 2 wounds instead of 1?
Yeah, maybe that would be what is it? Not cleaving blow. Mighty blow?
One of them.
Yeah.
But 2 wounds
Mighty blow
one
would
might
be cool
be
on him.
good. With
Yeah.
you're getting +1 to wound, you're getting those through pretty often. Then at least you
Yeah.
murder everything.
I mean, he's fight 9, which is crazy to begin with, right? So he is really cool. He could be really good. I think he's just a little too avoidable. It would be cool to see something happen for him.
That's right. It would be. All right, Will, would you like to give your next gift out
Sure.
as Santa's little helper?
Earlier, you took the beard off and you said, "Oh, all right." And then I thought this was going to be the end of Santa. Then he's back with a vengeance right now.
Are you saying that you don't believe in Santa?
I believe. I just don't believe Santa is on this podcast right now.
You have to up your belief, Will.
My next one is a warrior that we never, or at least I haven't seen this edition. I don't remember seeing it really at all last edition, and I think it would be cool to see. Let's go with the Moria Black Shield Warrior. And what if they got Strength 4? So we go from Strength 3 to Strength 4.
Interesting.
And so they're still going to be Fight 2. They're still, you have a 5-point Goblin with Shield, Strength 3, Defense 5, or you can go for the big guy, the 8-point Goblin, 9 if you give him the Spear, but you're going to get a Strength 4, Defense 6 guy.
That's interesting.
And then I think they also have 1 better courage than a regular Goblin.
That's right, but they're just as stupid.
Yep. And then they do have like Hatred Dwarf, but I mean
niche.
that's not a rule that should affect their points cost. But yeah, I think if we give them Strength 4, all of a sudden you could see like a bit of an elite Goblin unit sprinkled in. You have your Goblin Horde with Durbers and Druzhag, and I think they're in Depths of Moria as well. So maybe all of a sudden you see a Strength 4 Black Shield Warrior with Spear showing up in pockets just to kind of get that Strength 4 in the back, or some D6 up front. Kind of would be a nice little sprinkle, a little elite unit for Moria that I don't think I've seen in years. I remember Travis played it back in 2018
when they were still Gundabad Black Shields.
Yeah, which is a long time ago. But yeah, that would be my pick. The other one is the Moria Black Shield Captain is pretty cool too. They got a 2-handed weapon, so you can get a little +1 to wound Goblin running around there too. But But yeah,
Yeah.
the Black Shield Warriors would be cool to see a little buff to them.
I think since they're called Black Shields, perhaps they should get something like Shield Wall or something. Some other kind of buff having to
Yeah, they're
do with their
already
shield.
D6. That would go to D7. That'd be kind of wild for goblins.
It would be.
Pretty cool.
Maybe you'd drop them a point and make them not pay for their shield or something like that. And
Yeah, right now, like
stay at D6.
right now to get a spearman, because they all come with shields. To get a spearman, it's 9 points, and you're paying 9 points for a fight 2, strength 3, defense 6 model. Like that's
5-inch
pretty
move
expensive.
as well. That's a little
Yeah.
much.
And dumb as rocks.
Why are they so expensive?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it was just an oversight for this edition.
Perhaps they could drop a point or something.
Yeah, that too.
Well, we all want to see more Gundabad Black Shields. I mean, Moria Black Shields.
Yeah, there you go.
Santa's old.
It'd be cool to see. They're cool models too, man, with the wolf pelts and stuff on the back.
They are
like,
cool models.
they're-
The Ward
they're
pelts,
pretty
you
cool.
mean?
Yeah, same thing. Are they still available? They didn't get Legacy, did they?
I think they're Legacy, but I'm not sure.
Oh man, that'd be unfortunate if they got Legacied. But kind of makes sense actually. Now that I think about it, it's like of any profile to get cut. Yeah, they did get Legacied. Okay,
Yep, they did. That's unfortunate.
that sucks. Yeah, so that's my second one. You want to go into your third profile buff?
I would. I'm going to leave the best for last, and I'm going to say I would like to buff another model that we don't really see, and I gotta check here if it's Legacy or not. It did get Legacied, unfortunately. I don't like that they Legacied so much stuff, but anyway, GW's on the naughty list for that. This model is a model we don't see. It is a strange model that is only available in one list, and that list is the Army of the Great Eye. And the model is the Black Guard of Barad-dûr. For those of you who don't know what that is, I don't blame you. This is an Uruk-hai profile with heavy armor and a shield, so it is D6, fight 4, and they got strength 5. So they're pretty interesting models. And they're 12 points. Probably appropriately costed. It's just, you just don't see them. And since they're called the Black Guard, my gift to them is to give them Bodyguard.
That would be cool.
Just a little something where they have Courage 7, so it's okay, but since they are the Black Guard of Barad-dûr, I don't think giving them Bodyguard is out of the question at 12 points.
Strength 5 troops is pretty wild, dude.
It is pretty wild.
I wonder. Yeah, I guess anytime you face a defense 5 list, which is
Often.
fairly often now, like you're wounded on 4s, that's pretty crazy. They fight 4.
They're fight 4. They're fight 4. 1 attack, 1 wound. They're still just 1 wound model. 1 attack model, but the strength 5 and the D6 is nice.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
They can also take a drum, which I don't know why you would ever give this profile a drum. I think it was just in the command.
Yeah, they used
pack.
to. It's just a model that's there.
Yeah, maybe you have the drum affect everyone instead of just Uruk-hai or something like that as well. Oh no, the drum.
Maybe that's the only way you get Uruk-hai to listen to a drum.
Is by
outside
taking
of troll drum.
Yes, perhaps. And you can take regular Mortar Uruk-hai in this list, so there you go. That's it. You can't. It looks like you can't actually take the drum unless Tabletop Admiral is mistaken. You can just take the banner.
What do you mean? Sorry.
There's no option for a drum anymore on the Black Guard.
For the Black Guard drummer?
There's no. Oh, it's a
It's
hero,
an
isn't
independent
it?
hero. Yeah, yeah. It's a 35-point hero. You can
There it
also
is.
add it into warbands, I believe.
Okay, well, there you go. Yeah, there it is.
Blackguard, man. That's another really cool model. That's a GW invention, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right, it is. They're quite cool. I have the command pack for them, but I don't have any troops.
I don't think I've ever seen them played, if I'm being honest.
I think I've maybe seen one time if someone had a couple sprinkled in.
Yeah.
But again, they're not super good, but
Strength 5 feels almost unnecessary. Feels like Strength 4 Moran and Orcs for 9 points is better.
exactly. But if you give them bodyguard, maybe you take 2 or 3.
Yeah.
To like sort of defend, like just charge stuff. The Witch King, I think has to be. Well, it doesn't have to be, but to sort of wall off your wraiths in this list.
It'd be cool if it had like Bodyguard Wraith or something like that.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
Yeah. And it would be that must be the only Mordor. Like, Mordor does not have a bodyguard model, correct?
That's correct.
Yeah, be cool.
So they would
a little
fill
bit of
a
flavor.
unique niche.
Cool. Yeah, for me, let's take a look here. I got a couple left.
What's your next gift, Will?
Let's go with we've talked about them on the podcast before, so I'll say this one again. But Rangers of the North.
Oh, they're on the good list.
They were actually featured in our recent battle report that's
right.
Andrew filmed and put out all by himself
And
with the help of
edited.
Jacob Wixon. So
Jacob Wixon, definitely on the nice list this Christmas.
if you haven't seen it, go to our YouTube to check it out.
We'll put a little pop-up on the video right here. Up there somewhere.
I'm glad you're editing this one.
Santa is going to edit it, you're right. He's going to get his little elves to do all of it.
But Rangers of the North, I think we talked about it before, how they're technically appropriately costed. With 5 points for each Might, Will, and Fate, and then it's like a 10-point Ranger model. But I want to just give them a little gift for Christmas and just drop 5 points. 20-point Ranger of the North. 25 if you give them the armor.
Santa agrees, as someone who has an entire Ranger army painted, that being like 12 models. He would like it if the armor was free, as it probably should be.
Well, not free armor.
Well, not free, but free in the sense that now that you're dropping 5 and you pay 5 for the armor.
Yeah. And then,
you're getting 1 point. Basically, you're getting your will for free.
Yeah, free will
point, it that
which
way.
is not that important.
That is a good gift, and I think a much-needed buff to every list that can bring Rangers of the North or Dunedain. Dunedain, even.
Oh, how about we do one of Zach's?
Oh, yeah. We should do one of Zach's. I got it queued up here. Let's not take a huge dump all over him just yet with one of his crazy suggestions. Let's do this one here. Zach wanted to give a gift to Suladan the Magnificent. No, that's the real Suleiman the Magnificent. Suladan, the Haradrim hero, he wanted to give the gift of Fight 6 that is +1 fight value to Suladan.
I think it's Suladan, the Serpent Lord.
The Serpent Lord. Named after Suleiman the Magnificent. Clearly.
Yeah, I can get behind this. He got kind of left behind when his buddies Amdur went to Fight 7, Dalamir went to Fight 6. I get that he was too good last edition, but Fight 5 Suladan just doesn't. It's not that much fun.
No, he could get Fight 6. I think that's okay.
Like, the only real special rules he has is he can lead Serpent Guard and Super Riders, but then he's a 6-inch banner, which is a big deal, and his stand fast is 12 inches. It's not like he's breaking the game with that now, you know what I mean? So yeah, Fight 6 would be nice.
That would be a good gift. What other big Haradrim heroes are there? Aside from the War Mumak.
Golden King.
Fight 5.
Fight 5. Yeah. Oh, I don't know if there's. I don't think there is a fight 6 Haradrim hero. Raza can get to fight 6 when he fights his assassin.
Yeah, that's pretty specific though.
Haradrim Kings are all fight 5, I think. Betrayers fight 5. The War Leader, I think, is fight 6. The 400 point Mumak one.
I think it makes sense that Selena is also fight 6 then.
Yeah, he should be above a regular king, right? Like,
yeah, I think so. It makes sense that he would be fight 6 to have, if you only have the 2 models. He should be more higher fight value than a random king profile.
yeah, he should. Yeah, I understand why they left him at fight 5. I think because he was too big of a problem last edition, and I think there is still lists where you can take Witch King Sully, but Witch King is not the same as last edition. And Solid is definitely not the same as last edition. Like, I don't think we needed to leave him in the dust that much.
No, he should be fight 6. I think that's fine. It doesn't seem too good.
Yeah, the Mumak, I'm just looking now. The Mumak War Leader is the only one I can find.
He should be fight 5. Or fight 4. He should not be fight 6.
No.
There's no reason that model should be striking up to fight heroes. That doesn't make sense.
I'm gonna do another one of Zach's. One that I disagree with.
Perhaps I will too.
And it's Imrahil going to defense 8.
I also disagree with that. I think it's an insane idea.
Well, I just don't. It doesn't fix the problem.
No, there's also no man model that's fight 8 or D8 rather. That's an exclusively dwarf thing. Unless it must be 1 or 2 only. And Imrahil isn't a captain.
In Shield Wall, a captain of his tiers can get to D8.
In Shield Wall, sure, or a king. Sure,
Oh.
in Shield Wall. Imrahil isn't this immovable object. He's like a Aragorn, but just slightly less good.
Yeah,
like he's as capable as Aragorn. Aragorn's not like, you wouldn't make Aragorn D8. It doesn't make sense to make Imrahil D8. There's no man profile with D8. That's like a dwarf thing, or like a monster thing. But men should be capped at D7.
Yeah.
That's
I'm trying to think of one that's above D7, and I can't find any.
No, it doesn't make sense. Zach, that was dumb. You're on the naughty list for that.
Let's pose this. What is something? Because Imrahil is not where he should be, in my opinion.
No, he's not.
What is something that you think could help him get over the edge?
He needs to be a force multiplier more than he is. I forget what is his rule again. He only gives benefit to the
other friendly Dol Amroth models. Treat him as a banner within 6 inches. So let's just make him a 6-inch banner first of all. So everybody from
everyone should
list
get his banner bonus.
And then if you give him,
I think they did that because they made all the heroes only give their own buff, right? But Imrahil should probably be the exception to that rule if you take him.
Yeah, that Dol Amroth list is a little funky now. Because I don't even think like Axemen of Lossarnach or the Clansmen have the Dol Amroth keyword. I think they're just Gondor and Lamadon or Gondor and.
I think so.
Which is wild.
It is a weird one.
It's a heck of a take. But so if he was a banner that affected everybody, and then just some sort of, man, I can't even think of one right now.
Maybe giving him either a force multiplier rule where, he's already giving +1 to wound when he charges to everyone within 6 of him, right? As
in the fiefdoms list, yeah. In the fiefdoms list.
Maybe something like what Errol has, where the first point of might you spend each turn on a 4-up, you get it back.
Yeah, something to just help him. He just feels like he doesn't do enough.
No, he doesn't do enough, especially because he's so expensive.
Yeah, 160.
He's fight 7, though, with a lance. He's pretty killy. I don't think he needs to be more killy. I think he needs to give out more buffs or
No,
have
I
more
was
agency.
like, I'm trying to think of a buff for the army that he could do, and outside of like a courage buff, which I don't think the army needs, like
No,
a reroll ones buff maybe, but
maybe rerolling ones to wound when they. That's like a Rohan thing, though.
that's a lot of armies thing, I think.
Yeah.
But even then, like, it's not just when he's on a charge they get +1 to wound, but he just has this bubble effect that they're always rerolling ones, that even if they don't get the charge off, he can kind of
That might be nice.
have a bit of hitting power. But yeah, Zach, that was a wild take by Zach.
Yeah, that's a. Don't let that man ever design a game.
Should we do Zach's last one just to get all his stuff done?
Yeah, let's get it out of the way.
All right, this is another one that I think is I almost agree with it, but it is what it is. So he wants the Dragon Knight to go to 3 wounds, still have 0 fate and 0 will points, but get 3 wounds. And
I'm not sure I agree with that. I think the Dragon Knight is overcosted. I'm not sure why it's so expensive.
it's a crazy model to, like, it can only lead 6, which is such an annoying thing. But then it can also only lead Black Dragon Warriors or Dragon Cult Acolytes. So it can't lead Cataphracts. It can't lead regular warriors. Like, it's to only be able to lead 6 models and then also be tucked into this thing where you can't lead warriors, Cataphracts, or War Drakes. You only get the 2 warrior options. It's like, it's such a weird. I almost think, like, just get him out of minor hero, put him as a hero of fortitude, and he would almost become. He'd become a choice at that point, right? You have a fight 5 captain with March, or you can bring a fight 6 3 attack hero.
It feels like he's stepping on toes at that point. It's just a weird model. It just probably shouldn't exist.
Yeah,
It's too expensive. It's not a niche that needs filling in the list.
He's 70 points, and an Easterling captain is 60. You're gaining a fight value and an attack.
And losing a will and a fate.
Actually, and an intelligence. Apparently, an Easterling captain is smarter than a
interesting
Dragon Knight. But you're also gaining what is it? General Hunter. You got the Shield of Blades, so they can shield on foot. No, they only have Heroic Challenge, which is even more bonkers. But when it's a minor hero, it kind of could work.
Right.
Because you can challenge anything but independent heroes. But then, yeah, I don't know, man. This is tough to justify it.
It is. It feels like they should have never released the miniature. They should have just been an alternate sculpt for, like, the upgraded Easterling Warriors, like the Black Dragons.
Can I say I actually like the model, especially the mounted model?
I like the mounted one.
It's pretty cool.
I don't like the foot one really, but yeah, the mounted one is pretty cool.
The foot one's kind of cool, man. Just like imposing.
The 2 swords. I don't know.
The 2 swords.
Okay. It's all right. There's worse.
Yeah, I feel like I get what he's saying with the extra wound, because it's even better than a fate point. That's a guaranteed wound. And it becomes a 3 attack, 3 wound hero, but still, it's just a D6 model that. No strike, no defense, nothing like that.
It's just a weird model overall.
Yeah.
It's very strange. I'm not a huge fan of the profile or the model. Like the role it fills, rather. It's just, you're just always going to take one of the other cool hero options that the list has.
Well, especially right now, because it can only lead six warriors.
Yeah.
And they're all foot warriors. Like, if he could at least, like, if you could at least, if Ander's in a pike block and you have a captain with another pike block or something, and he's leading 4 cataprax, then all of a sudden it's kind of cool, right? He's running around his little mini hit squad. But even now, you can't deploy him like that, and you can't have cataprax.
It's pretty rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I would give him a wound either. I think he belongs at 2 wounds, but I don't know.
It's
That's all I
tough.
got to say about that.
I don't know what the fix is. Did you have any more small buffs to give out to warriors or profiles?
I have one more gift to give out to a man who copied my style, as it were. The true Middle-earth Santa Claus, Helm Hammerhand. And of course,
Is this Wraith Helm? Santa Claus Helm?
I'm giving a gift to both of them, of course.
Oh,
and by me, I mean Andrew is.
What is it, Mighty Hero?
No, I wish. Last edition with Mighty Hero Helm was crazy, by the way. This is Andrew talking again. That was so much fun. I wish I could have played more games with that. Okay. Santa Claus is back. Regular Helm Hammerhand, King of Rohan. He is going to regain the rule he lost of gaining terror on the charge. So when he charges, he causes terror. I feel like, for no extra points, I feel like that is a pretty fair rule to give him.
Yep.
It's not game breaking. It might stop a couple orcs or the odd man model from charging him and peeling him off, or not being so outnumbered in fights, which is nice. Nothing crazy. Yeah. I think that's fine.
I think Wraithhelm has that right now, doesn't he?
Wraithhelm does have that. I would argue just to. Okay, so let's move on to Wraithhelm. I would argue just to give him terror, and just flat out terror, and then not once per game, but I talked about this before when we saw the model, but before the rules. I said he was going to have some kind of movement trick, whether it's a deep strike or a uppy downy, like in 40k. And he doesn't. He just walks 6 inches, and there's so much precedent in the books and even the movie for him like appearing out of nowhere and murdering someone. I would say that if there are no models within 3 inches of him at the end of a turn, you can pick him up and place him 6 inches away from another enemy model, or you can place him within 12 inches of where he disappeared from. Something like that.
Yeah, something like a lingering shadow.
Yeah,
where they get to zoom 6 inches.
Yeah,
in the end phase or whatever, right?
Yeah, as long as there was no one around, he would have to kill everyone within 3 of him or something like that. Does he have heroic combats in that version?
Only when he charges, he gets to call heroic combat for free.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah. So basically, you charge a dude, and then you can like move away or whatever, and then you disappear, and then you can like move 6 inches or something somewhere else. He needs a movement mechanic. I don't think, and you could even make him be more expensive at that point, because then he can get behind lines and just like pop into a banner and murder it and hero combat out. Because he will murder.
Cool. He is really cool.
If he had that, I think I would exclusively play that list. I don't think I would ever play another list ever. Not even the Balrog. And by I mean Andrew would never.
That is probably the coolest. Probably the coolest part of that movie is when Wraithhelm is out there just running through the Dunlin camp.
That was what I was most looking forward to when I heard they were making a Helm Hammerhand movie. I wish it was like an hour longer. That is the best part of the story.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's awesome.
And yeah, I don't think it's quite represented in the list or the model about how like terrifying and how much damage he did when he was in his grief moment.
Some sort of a jumping mechanic would be huge.
Yeah, for sure. He needed a movement mechanic. It's kind of silly they didn't give it to him. Even like a once per game deep strike or something, or you can deploy 12 inches. He should also probably have stock unseen if he doesn't have that either.
Yeah, fair enough.
He's a lot of points for an independent hero. I feel like he could get a couple extra rules, and then even bring him, just make him the hero he should be. If you got to make him 190 or 200 points, like do it, but make the model what it is. He's a beast.
Yeah.
That is my gifts for Helm Hammerhand. One of Andrew's favorite heroes in all of Middle Earth.
It's a lot of gifts.
Wraithhelm needs some gifts.
Yeah.
He was done dirty.
I think I have one more hero that I wanted to give gifts to, but we've already kind of talked about him. And that's Gothmog, Lieutenant of Sauron. He is 120 points, 145 if you put him on the ward with a shield. Like I said, he got dropped down to 2 attacks. So my initial reaction was put him back up to 3 attacks and give him heroic strike so that you have somebody in the list that could try to do something. But now I think I've changed my mind from what we said earlier, and him having some sort of like a built-in Fury aura or something like that. I think he just make him an absolute tech piece for the list.
A banner.
And
he would be a good model to be a banner.
Yeah, and just stack the buffs on him because he's supposed to be he's supposed to be the mastermind behind the whole siege, right?
100% good.
Make him a banner, make him have fearless orcs around him. He's already got Master of Battle 2+. He's got the Hatred Man aura. He's got the once per game reroll wounds aura. He has some stuff. Just give him those extra buffs to justify the 120 points that you have to spend on him in the list.
Maybe even making things cost a will point and then having use for Gothmog's Enforcer where you can sap up his will to use it. So that you could turn on the Fury with a will point, and then you can use one of Gothmog's Enforcers or something like that. Yeah, he should be the pivotal point. If Gothmog dies, the army should fall apart. So stack the buffs on him.
Or the Gundabout army list where they have the 3 different banners and you choose a different one each turn. Give him a banner effect, a courage effect, and something else, and he gets to choose one of those to be active each turn or something like that.
Sure, that sounds great. All of these sound better than what it is now.
I just want to... I think it was the first army I painted when I came back to it. Or not when I came back to it. But I had bought the starter box when it was Theoden versus the Witch King and all the orcs and stuff. And so I have the 36 Morannon orcs. I think I have 2 Mordor trolls. And I have Gothmog, his Enforcer, Guritz, Zagdush, Goroth. And they're all painted up. They all look good.
Nice.
And I never used them. It's so sad.
It is sad, isn't it?
Yeah, it's sad. It's sad when I have 6 armies and the one that is probably the second best looking I never actually play with.
That is a shame. Well, yeah, they should. Yeah, Army of Gothmog should get some buffs. Gothmog in particular, he should get some force multiplier buffs.
Yeah.
I would even go so far as to bring him down to 1 attack.
Yeah, if he gets to be that sort of a tech piece, then I mean, by all means, I would love to have him just sit behind the line and make this section of your shield wall just go absolutely bonkers.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I would totally play that for sure.
Yeah, it'd be more fun than how you have to play him now, right? Right now he doesn't do that a lot. He has a couple buffs, but then you can't really charge him in and go after anybody. So he's this weird in between, doesn't do much.
Yeah, and the list really does suffer for it.
Yeah.
Such an iconic part of Middle Earth story.
Yeah, dude, talk about one of the best, most recognizable characters.
I mean, he's not in the books, but...
No, but everybody remembers Spongeface from the first time they watched Lord of the Rings, man.
Yeah. that list needs some help for sure.
Yeah.
Do you have any
Um,
other gifts to give out?
that was my last one. We hit everything that I had written down. So you got anything else?
My last gift I would like to give, and this is kind of half-baked idea, but something to Heroic Shoot to make that more used. Probably the least used Heroic, actually. I think Challenge is used more than Heroic Shoot.
I feel like I see Heroic Shoot, especially when you end up with like shooty armies trying to win a shooting war.
It does feel like it's just used to win like you give them priority and then you call Heroic Shoot.
Yeah.
It feels a little bit underutilized. Maybe it gives, I don't know. Because the thing is Heroic Accuracy. Doesn't Heroic Accuracy give Sharpshooter to the model that calls it?
Yeah, not to everybody gets the reroll the in the ways, and I think
Yeah.
the model that calls it gets
Yeah.
Sharpshooter for the turn. That sounds right.
Heroic Shoot, maybe the model that calls it gets +1 hit or something.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah, I
something
can see
small.
that. Yeah, I don't, like you said, I think the last time I saw it was at that teams tournament when we had a Dale versus Dale, and they both called Heroic Shoots to try to shoot their wind lance first.
That's so silly. Yeah, that's all. That's my last gift.
Okay, I'm going to surprise you with something.
Oh.
What if there was a naughty list and you had to choose one model to make worse?
Okay.
And we're doing this live.
Let me stroke my beard here and think about that.
The first one that came to my mind was Legolas.
Oh, 100%. Legolas is too good.
Is there anything else? Actually, I got another one. The list that needs to be on the naughty list is Depths of Moria.
Yeah. Depths is on the naughty list for sure as a list. Army of the White Hand. What's the other one? Eagles could probably be on the naughty list too.
I don't even think is Eagles really a problem anymore.
No, but you could still down tune and it would still perform well.
Yeah.
What was the thing with the Screech? It's like every mod was it like board wide or something like.
If anybody within 6 inches of Gwahir cannot move.
What a weird rule.
Yeah. I get the reason for it, but it's just too oppressive.
That could be touched. That could be on the naughty list. Army of the White Hand, you would just change Saruman's spells. Not his spells, but his special spells a little bit. You would just tweak those, I think.
Yeah.
And Depths, people always say remove the board wide banner, but the thing with Depths is that's the whole point, is that it's drums in the deep, in the Depths of Moria. So the army bonus is that you get the drum for free, and it's board wide.
Yeah, but I think that's the problem.
But you could remove, it is really good, but you could remove the Fearless and the +1 fight value within 6 of the Balrog. You could remove both of those, and the list would still be very good.
I don't even think it would make the list worse.
It would. Fight 3 goblins is really good. Fight 4 captains and black and prowlers. Really good.
No, I don't think that's going to be enough to break it down. There's still people running, like even without the Balrog, just running Goblin Swarm because that banner's so good. Yeah, it wins, like it's been winning GBHL 100s this year.
It is really good.
When you bring like 70 goblins at 500 or 600 points and everybody gets a banner reroll. And +1 courage board wide.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not in favor of getting rid of the drum just because it's part of that list. Unless you pay for the drum and or you get it for free, but you have to bring the models.
Yeah, if you had to bring the models and there was a way for somebody to get to the drum and try to shut it down or something, then it becomes, I think that's healthy.
Yeah, I think if you had to bring, you change nothing, but you have to bring the drum and the 2 drummers. I think that's actually a big enough nerf because you have to deploy it in a warband, so you're taking up space, and then it can only be 6 inches back from your furthest back hero. And goblins don't move fast, so you're usually deploying everything right on as far up as you can with goblins. It would still be good, but I think that would be enough of a nerf to have to bring the models.
Oh, I got another model based off of our last episode, a barrel weight.
Barrow White could go to a 4 at Paralyze. I don't think anyone would complain about that.
Yeah, the fact that they dropped 3 is a 3+ on the cast value is bonkers too.
Yeah, they could go to 4 up. And I think that's maybe the only change they need is to go to 4 up. I would like to change Paralyzed, recovering from Paralyze as well. I think that if it didn't immediately knock you off your horse or prone, that would be enough. Make it 4 up and make it so you don't fall over. You just can't. You make it that it's like channel transfix from old edition, where you can't activate basically, and you can't activate. You can't defend yourself, but you don't fall off your horse.
I don't know. It's hard because then that's why you take them, right? It's the ultimate hero shutdown spell.
Yeah, but removing a horse is just like so punishing.
Yeah, that's why you just don't get within 6 inches.
I guess. It's tough. Some things change. Even just the 4 up cast, I think, I would like to just see that and see what that does.
Yeah, I could see that. That's fair.
Changing the way you recover from Paralyze as well. Either it doesn't knock you prone or change the way the recovery works. Like 1 dice for each one is just like you're just fishing for 6s. It just feels so bad.
Yeah, the idea you had, I think it was you or Kyle Vandegraff at a tournament had it, where it's everybody touching the model gives +1 to the roll.
Yeah.
So you only ever roll the 1 dice, but if you have 3 guys helping them, then you only need to roll the 3+ or whatever.
Yeah.
I like that idea too.
Yeah, I like that idea. And then you could knock them off. You could knock them prone if you do that, because that's a pretty big nerf to the spell.
Yeah.
But it changes when you use it. You wouldn't use it immediately. You would let the lines clash, and then you would start using it.
Yeah, which gives the opponent a chance to try to set something up to get to the barrel weight before it could get. It becomes a little more interesting instead of the whole, as soon as you get close to me,
just start throwing 2 dice.
You're going to be on the ground,
Yeah, it just feels like an unhealthy spell right now. There's no play against it, really.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's all I could really think of for the naughty list.
Yeah. Maybe what is it? Army of Erebor. It's like +1 to wound on all their spears.
Yeah,
that's a weird one.
That's a bogus army bonus, man.
And I'm not saying that army's too good. That's just a weird. Like, that's not really themed.
It's just odd to get +1 to wound so easily. Like, to just do a mechanic that everybody does in game, and then to be rewarded for it. Whereas, like, other lists, like Cirith Ungol, you have to try to get both an Orc and an Uruk-hai touching the same model.
It's tough to get off.
Like, it's so hard to get off. And then this one, it's like, oh, you're in a battle line formation.
You get shield wall and +1 to wound.
They can all have +1 wound.
Yeah, that is silly. That would be on the naughty list just for being so out of place.
Fair enough. I like it. That's. Are we calling it there? Is that our Christmas episode?
I think so. I don't have anything else here. I would maybe like to give another gift to Airthorn's stand. I think that buffing the Rangers would help that a lot. But I think Arathorn going to 3 wounds isn't out of the question.
I feel like you have to make them more expensive if you're going to start kitting them out like that.
Sure, put him up in points then.
100 points, 3 wound Arathorn.
100? He's only 70 right now, I think.
He's 70, or no, he's 80. Isn't he 80?
I
have to look it up.
He is 80 points.
Yeah.
So maybe bump him to 90. Is a wound for 10 points? Probably.
Yeah, probably. He's already getting potentially endless might in this list.
If you watch our battle report, you'll see what happens when you only roll 4 pluses on that rule.
And it's not like, what was it with Earl? It used to be like the first might point you spend in a turn. So if you spend multiple in a turn, you don't get the roll.
Yeah.
But he just
still
gets
like
it every might point he spends, he gets it, right?
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool.
It's pretty good. It can also do nothing, but I mean, even if you get a 4th point of might out of it, it is pretty good.
Yeah, that's worth an army bonus for a little bit of extra might, especially in a list that's not might hungry.
No.
Like Arathorn's is pretty important, so being able to keep his around and use it extra is big.
I do think that it wouldn't be out of the question to make him fight 6 either.
No.
No, you disagree.
Really fight
no,
6?
It wouldn't be out of the question. He's the heir of Isildur.
Yeah, but he's the lesser. He's not as good as his son.
Yeah, but what? On what grounds?
He dies.
Arathorn dies too. Spoilers. I mean, Aragorn dies too.
Yeah, from old age.
Well, technically, he died of his own. He gave up his life like the old kings of Numenor could when they were old enough. But anyway, I don't think it's out of the question for him to fight 6. But I get not wanting to make him fight 6.
I could see it. If I thought about it long enough, I could get on board. Make him 100 points, fight 6, 3 wounds. All of a sudden, he looks like a 100-point hero.
You have a model in that list that can actually duel now instead of not.
Yeah, and you're not freaking out every time you see an elf army across the table too.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe giving Halbrad something, like some kind of like little niche kind of rule.
It sucks that he can't take the banner of Arwen's banner.
Well, it didn't exist yet.
I know why, but like having something like that to help this list would be huge, right? Because there's no banner rerolls, like there's no fearless bubble that he can bring to the Great Company. Something to buff the Rangers of the North around him would be really good.
Yeah, for sure. I wouldn't change his stats at all. I would leave him the way he is, but some kind of rule, whether it's a banner or a courage boost buff, something. I feel like, yeah, and maybe only increasing his points by like 5 or something, or 0, probably 5.
Yeah, he's got one of the like a super solid stat line too. Like he's quite a good stat line. I like him and Arathorn both having 3, 2, 1 might, will, and fate. Like it's kind of cool.
Yeah, I do like that. There's also no sharpshooter in this list. I feel like maybe another army rule could be when you call a heroic accuracy, the model's affecting a sharpshooter or something.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah. I wonder when you get to do for that when you get to reroll in the way rolls for heroic accuracy. Does that mean you can reroll the horse or rider shot too, like that roll?
No, you pick horse or rider. That's what sharpshooter does.
No, sorry. I mean now when they don't have sharpshooter, can they reroll that roll, or is it probably not? It's probably just the in the way rolls, right?
Yeah, it's not an in the way roll. It's a horse or rider roll, I believe.
Yeah, it'd be cool to see sharpshooter, but then again, they are just peasants in the forest.
They're not peasants. They're Dunedain.
Just a ragtag group of misfits.
That is not at all accurate. Yeah, that's that is all the gifts Santa had today, children.
All the gifts and all the coal.
And cool.
So, Merry Christmas, everybody. Hope you guys have a good holiday. This one is coming out on Christmas Eve, so hopefully you listen to it before Christmas, but if not, I hope you enjoyed it. We will be back next week. Zach Fleming, he is suffering from some commitment issueitis, but he has said that he was planning next week's episode, so Either
First
we're
episode
gonna
he's ever planned.
put out an episode and it's all planned by Zach, or we will not be putting out an episode next week and it is all Zach's fault. So
That's right.
I hope he listens to this too. Otherwise, we got tournaments coming up in January. If you're in the OSBGL or near it, go look at the event page. Come on out to them. We have a quiz question from Andrew. That's a really weird one this time, so try to answer it. What was it, Andrew?
It's a gift-giving question. Hobbits are known to give gifts. What is the name for this individual, and when do they do it?
Two-parter. All right. And then otherwise, yeah, we'll look forward to the next episode and seeing you all at the next event.
And have a Merry Christmas, everyone.
Okay, thanks, Santa. Paint your models.
Paint your models.
Can't believe you kept that going for so long.
Do you like that?
No.